Hi Capricorn, welcome to your reading. I'm Ophelia the Oracle, and I meditated over your wonderful energy, and the Oracle cards that are going to be the theme of your reading today are Take the First Step, Success, Gratitude. Bottom of the deck, You Are Not Alone. As always, I have meditated and shuffled your cards very thoroughly. We're going to get right in here and ask the universe what energy is Capricorn currently in. Capricorn, the man, the myth, the legend, I'm hearing. Hard worker, reliable, resourceful. Something about the end of the year, we want to have a change coming up in the new year. So some of us get really productive. Some people hibernate, but usually they're gearing up towards the first. So even if you're hibernating come winter, December 31st, a lot of people just, that last week they just start thinking about this new year, even if it's just like right before, that New Year's Eve party. There's a lot of intentions toward hard work for that new year, and there's a lot of energy there for Capricorns. To be born in that month where people just really want to do better says something. Three of Pentacles, success. We're going to withhold our judgment, though, until the end so we can get a clear picture of what the universe would like us to know. But I'm just sharing with you what's come to mind, and sometimes it applies to your message. Sometimes it's going to apply to something later. That's life, something you can use now or something you can use later. Okay. All right, we're off to a start here. What new perspective should Capricorn have at this time? That was a very quick response. Seven of Cups. What new perspective? What does Capricorn not see coming? Strength. You have that twice already. One more card, please. What does Capricorn not see coming here? This Capricorn maybe don't see coming. Okay. Just kind of feeling this energy. Okay, and that certainly makes sense. Okay, and what action should Capricorn take at this time? What action? What action here? Okay, we'll see what the unit. And I don't always take all of these cards, but something is telling me to take them. Okay. And where are we in regards to potential opportunities for Capricorn at this time? What are Capricorn's potential opportunities? A lot of action, which makes sense because one of the themes is telling us to take the first step here. Okay. So a lot of people need to do quite a few things. Okay, Two of Pentacles and our opportunity. Let's Okay, yeah, I thought there would be more opportunities. Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Pentacles. A lot of action usually means a lot of opportunity, right? King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. Hangman. And potential obstacles for Capricorn, please. If any, potential obstacles. There's always going to be some level of obstacle, right? It's just the nature of things. Okay. I'm getting to do that. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. Potential obstacle, Eight of Wands, Six of Cups. Okay, Capricorn, the man, the myth, the legend. As I started, you have strength here twice, the man, the myth, the legend. And I talked about how at the end of the year, there's this push and this energy to kind of work hard towards our goals to have a success in the new year. And that Capricorn is, was born during this energy that most people have of, or at least Western, where we have the new year is January. And that energy of wanting to put forth the strength and the fortitude to have success in the coming year. And that's your birth month, born into this energy. And so your current energy being the Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Strength card, bottom of the deck is Four of Pentacles. So I'm getting someone who seems kind of practical, humble even, the strong, silent type. The hard worker, some pride here, resisting the easier routes, what you feel is maybe a handout, and rather work hard for your own success, conserve your resources. This is who you are, because this is how most people want to start off the new year, and that energy of I'm going to do better. I'm going to be stronger about these cups, about my pentacles. I'm going to conserve my resources. I'm going to eat less. I'm not going to just say yes to everything. I'm going to show some discipline. I'm going to show some gratitude for this fourth cup from the universe. That's the energy that you're in. And the opportunity here, we have the bottom of the deck, Two of Swords. Some kind of test. King of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, the Hangman, Knight of Swords. These are your opportunities. I'm getting this is your energy also. You're this King of Pentacles. You're this wealthy person. Maybe people don't know how rich you are. Maybe you look like you're Four of Pentacles, like you're not necessarily a miser, because right next to it, this Three of Pentacles, you make good contracts, good agreements, good business decisions, right? You balance this. You show some temperance here. And so what people really don't understand is you're the King of Pentacles, how successful you are, because you're very generous and you show gratitude. Last to leave the office, first to come in, last to leave. It says you are not alone, but sometimes it appears that way. The collective is abundant. You have this opportunity to balance all of these gifts that you have, this enlightenment, this fierceness that you can sometimes display, the strength, this fortitude, the skill set to bring in success. Obstacle here, bottom of the deck, Four of Cups, Eight of Wands, Six of Cups. This message is coming in quickly, messages of missing out. So I'm getting FOMO, right? FOMO. So FOMO is kind of what FOMO can drive us to doing, dieting, saving, whatever, to success, and then it can drive us away from it, right? We won't see our blessings. Other people are doing other things, so we go against our success. We get miserly. We have this lack mentality. Sometimes the bottom of the strength is famine. We can kind of get into that with this FOMO here, and this is the obstacle. These messages of previous times where you missed this fourth cup. You realize that, putting things aside and diplomacy and being practical will lead you to your success. But there are things that you miss out on doing this, being this strong person, being this man, this myth, this legend. And this energy wants you to make you feel like you're alone, that you're missing out. This FOMO puts you in this energy. But you know that conserving your resources, showing strength, and working hard brings about new opportunities. That is the, part of the same coin. The sword, this four and this four, you miss out on certain things, but it's still a cup, and you realize that. So your challenge is going to be something similar. It came around, maybe an opportunity or a business deal to invest. I'm getting that from you too. Another sign I had was about investing. Someone's going to tempt you with a dirty offer here. This is what you don't see coming. The Seven of Cups, the Strength card to Temperance. Bottom of the deck is Ten of Pentacles. It's going to be a dirty offer, but it's going to remind you of an offer that you missed out on previously. And that's going to put you in this Two of Swords, make you doubt yourself. Because you did, in fact, you're going to miss some opportunities. Right? You can't get them all. You can't win everything, even with strength, even with temperance. You can't get the Six of Wands all the time. But you're abundant with your options, the Seven of Cups here. And so don't let FOMO take you away from the thing that brings you to your success, which is really understanding who you are and that you are not alone. You're divinely protected. You're this King of Pentacles here. And so in the action section, we have Nine of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. And like I said, with all of this action, I knew you were going to have a lot of opportunities. So you have abundance already. You want to look at how abundant you are and avoid being in this energy, right? Because this is self-imposed. FOMO, there's no fear here, okay? You are abundant, you are successful. And you need to kind of dig in with the enlightenment that you know this about yourself, right? You're a leader. You don't have to be a follower. And then the action is Nine of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, Six of Wands. It's saying that you're already abundant. You don't have to be tempted by additional abundance. Show some moderation here. Show some strength again, even though it's very, very tempting, because this is something like, oh man, I missed the chance to invest in that before, something like that before, this new technology or something. Messages, maybe it's cell phones, maybe it's the entertainment. That's a misspoke, but take it for what it is. Maybe it's the entertainment industry, or maybe it's the telecom here. You missed out before. I'm not saying go ahead and don't do it again. I'm saying rely on these gifts that you have and not this FOMO. People are going to make you feel like you're the only one missing out, but rely on your strengths. Don't allow someone else to put you in the Seven of Cups here, where you're thinking you're missing out on this, right? So she's looking at this. She got this blindfold on. She wants to go to the Ten of Pentacles towards this way, but the strength is towards this temperance, towards this hard work, towards this making the right decisions, and maybe walking away from something that looks very tempting into something else that may not be as a quick return. Coming back, Six of Cups. Something that is supposedly maybe has a quick return. You missed it in the past. The Seven of Pentacles, you will have this celebration, but you're going to have to leave something on the table that looks very tempting. Somebody maybe that you trust is going to present it to you, going to put you in this energy, because you're not easily in this energy of FOMO. You're the leader. You're born in the month where you're taking the first step. But this Two of Pentacles is putting you in this Two of Swords and making it so you are having a hard time deciding because you're afraid of being on the outside of things. But you are not alone. You're not alone in wanting to conserve your resources right now, because yes, there's a lot of money to be had, but there's risk involved here. These are new opportunities, and taking this first step towards success, you're going to have to make some choices. You're going to have to walk away from some stuff that looks really tempting, abundant, luxurious. It's going to come from somebody you maybe trust or want to emulate or want to impress. You want to impress this person, but you have to balance that with your strength and be grateful for what you already have. Grateful for this opportunity to even make these choices. That's where you are. That's abundance. And you don't have to miss out on that because you already have all of these cups. The choice is the abundant state. Okay, so we are going to get a card from the universe for Capricorn. Here. You're not alone. You're not going to miss out. Don't let FOMO rule the day. You're stronger than that. Okay, a message from the universe, please, for Capricorn regarding this situation. Okay. Let go of the past. Okay, don't have this FOMO. Let go of this Six of Cups. It's time to envision a new story here. Take the first step towards a new story. You know the way. Take the first step. You know the way. You're not alone. Trust your intuition on this journey. It's brought you success before. And speak to yourself with kindness. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. These messages coming in about this FOMO here. Saying be careful of that. How you speak to yourself. Speak to yourself with kindness. You're not missing out. You are the party. Thank you.